We're at Homestead, 50%, no cautions with stages. It's going to be a fun little event here, man. I love this track. It's got a lot of room, a lot of speed. We got a couple guests with us tonight. We've actually got the boss man, K Taddy's up here with us for a little bit before he goes and runs another league race that he's got going on. We got Boomhauer, we got Brian SP, we've got Grim in the background. It's going to be a good event, man. How you guys feeling about tonight?
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see. I think this is actually the first developmental race I've done this season. So, doing a little bit of scouting, teammates and stuff like that, see, who we need to keep an eye on, who might be a diamond in the rough, so to speak. Sorry, I watched Aladdin the other day and still had that quote in my head, but, it's going to be interesting to see the new and upcomers, trying to prove their worth, depending on, how much they're trying to prove, how aggressive they get, or if they're comfortable and all that stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of different things that take effect in these races. So we're just gonna have to sit back and watch them and let them do their thing and see how they do.
Yeah. So real quick, unlike most nights in our development series, usually we allow our truck drivers to run. So when you guys watch it or anybody's watched it in the past, our truck drivers are allowed to race. Tonight we've done that. We've changed it up a little bit. We're about to have 30 drivers of unsigned free agents, all trying to get themselves a spot on the roster for 2 weeks from now when our new season begins. These are 30 guys that are going to be out here battling. There's no cautions. That way a wreck, we can see some green flag racing, see what these guys are made of. Expect probably a big wreck towards the beginning until they can spread out. But after that fact, these guys, every driver out here is trying to get a ride for the next upcoming season 4 of Giggity Racing.
I'm excited for season 4. There's a lot of talent in this field. There's a lot of guys that are going to get... I think there's going to be a couple driver signings tonight before the race is over. I feel like there's some guys out here that can definitely blow some guys away.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a few of we're not going to mention any names. We're not going to put anybody in the spotlight right now because, that's not what it's for. The races next season, that's when they'll get their spotlight. But tonight it's just, trying to find that talent, trying to see who it is, which, we've got a good idea of a couple drivers. But we're also going to let everybody else jump in, prove their worth and stuff like that. So, but as you was talking about season 4, I think everybody's excited for it. A lot of drivers this season didn't even run the entire season yet. So to see what they're going to do in a full season, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Hey, send me an invite. When I back out, I need to be able to get back in.
Hey, we got Tom Horton over there. We got Racing Empire. We got Puddin' already up in the comments. It's nice to see you guys out here. We appreciate you guys showing us some love.
My Keystone Cowboy brother, hope you get to feeling better. I know you said you was feeling under the weather. Sorry to cut you off there, Arch. Had to throw that out there.
No, go ahead, buddy. Hey, we're all working this out. It's all new for all of us, and this is just a step in the right direction. So, man, we love having you guys out there showing support. We're already up to 10 viewers, so pretty good.
Or if not, Brian or Boomhauer, when you guys get in there, when you make sure to send me an invite. Grim sent it.
Let me know when it's going.
Grim sent me one of the. You guys, I'm gonna back out when there's like 2 seconds left. So some of these drivers, I'm a little concerned that they're gonna drive over their head, trying to show us what they got. You guys can go ahead and join. Just 2 seconds left. The issue with that is that's not what we're looking for. I know that for one, I'm one of the team captains, and we have multiple others out there watching. For one, I don't care necessarily who wins this race. I'm looking for the guy that is the cleanest, that if he's going a couple laps down, not a big deal. You just simply get out of the way of the leaders when you know they're coming. There's a track map down there that shows you that the leader's on his way.
Not to cut you off, Taddy, but we're going to blue screen real quick so I can accept this invite.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Sorry about that, bud.
So you still need another invite, Taddy?
I got one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you look over this list real quick of drivers in the race, and then we're going to jump right into the race.
Go hop right in, yeah. I got a couple guys that have already subscribed to us that are in this race tonight on YouTube. Thanks for that, guys. Always looking for more YouTube.
Speaking of the subscriptions, Robbie, we have hit our 300, so a deal is a deal.
He did it yesterday.
Oh, he did win?
Yes, he did after the race.
Oh, man.
Chris Ryan, we appreciate you stopping out and giving us a shout out, buddy. Nice to see you in the comment section.
Sorry, I guess I was a little bit too heated and went to bed.
We've gone green. I'm seeing this 31 of Cyagenic. I know that there's a couple captains out there already that are desperate to get him. They're on like lap 3, possibly 4, and he has already checked out about 6 to 7 seconds. Now, I don't know if somebody missed a shift. There was a little bit of incident. You know, I didn't get in just in time for that, but I know that Cyagenic is already checked out.
He is gone. Cyagenic already has like a 3-second lead over the second place car at Chubzilla.
Guys, we're only one lap into the race right now.
Yeah, that's first lap. Yep, so this is starting lap 2.
Second lap right now.
Yeah,
So
something had to happen on that restart.
Restart, I'll tell you guys right now. For some reason, on my screen, I never went. It didn't even give me the notification to go.
Oh, okay, so it was one of those messed up starts. Okay, yeah, so sometimes in this game there's a little glitch on the entrance. This actually makes a lot of sense. It doesn't tell you to go, and I know I, for one, I wait until it says going green before I ever push the throttle. Possibly what happened here for everyone else, but then it'll delay sometimes where it just starts you when the leader gets start-finish line. It's just a game glitch, not a big concern. There are stages in this, though, so we will get to see these guys. We will have them rack them and stack them 2 other times in this race.
And we love saying that here.
In this race?
Who?
Is damage
No
on
damage.
In this race?
No, so there's no cautions, there's no damage. This is just a 2%, 2-time wear, 50% race. And again, we're not out here necessarily looking to see who's the fastest. We're looking out here to see who's the cleanest. You know, the guys that we think will fit our team the best. I know I got my eyes on a few people, and the other captains and admins out there have their eyes on some.
All right, real quick, we're going to shout out T. Clay. He's over in the comments, man. No problem, buddy. He says, thanks to all the broadcasters for putting this on. He says, should be fun.
Is on pit road.
You know, so Homestead the other night in the Cup Series, they actually didn't have to pit in the first stage. So what we might be seeing is Cyagenic might just want to get his setup in.
Yep.
Again, we said we're not worried about who wins. We're just seeing who can do what. And so he might be just putting the setup in, thinking he can get back out there, maybe get his lap back, and or just maybe his car feels unstable that he can't show all his talent.
Negative.
Hopefully
It's been
he is not
20
like
seconds. It's been 20 seconds. He's still on pit road.
He's still out there. It's a glitch in the game on the broadcast.
Okay.
It happened a couple weeks ago.
That's right, because they were showing D. Smith doing the same thing.
Yep.
For a couple, okay, yes, I remember that now.
Yep, he's still leading right now.
Okay.
So even though Cyagenic's on pit road, he is your race leader. Team Motorsports is watching. Thank you, Robbie Bids. T. Clay's out there. Thank you for
Oh,
the
Robbie.
We appreciate it, man. We do this for you guys, so you guys have something to watch. 17 viewers right now live. That's
20.
awesome. This is only just the beginning. Okay, yeah, mine just bumped up right at that same time.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty cool, man. We love having you guys out here. We're going to give you a rundown of some of these newer guys, man. Kid Coyote out here running in second. I haven't heard much about him, man. I ain't never really raced with him, but he looks like he's got a fast car and he's holding it together. He's trying to chase down the invisible car Cyagenic.
Kid Coyote, I can guarantee you, there's one captain in particular looking for him. One of our new captains entering next season, Mills Nation. Oh, Chubzilla goes back up the track, takes out Justin. He's got a little out of control coming off 4, it looks like.
Oh,
2.
big pileup.
And instead of staying down when he got loose, he went back up the track. He showed speed. He's pretty quick, but mishandling getting the loose car, that's definitely not a good sign.
Well, that's what Taddy was talking about to you guys heading into this. They're not looking for the winner. We know you can win because you're going to be with a bunch of winners. You're going to have to be through all that. You have to be able to handle the right situations on track, and that's where a lot of drivers mess up, and that's one thing that we're trying to focus on right now.
And just as a
Just
joke,
follows around.
putting it out there, not, like actually being serious, but he lost points in my book for taking out the 2 car. That was my old car. I still love that car, even though I'm not driving it anymore. That's still one of my favorite cars, and he took out the 2 cars, so that's just a no check on mine.
I'm checking in here. We're stop. 22 is around on the front stretch. The Intimidator, and he's back to going. We got him on the cam for a second, and he crashes again on the back stretch.
Yeah, I'm watching this Boss Attack Gaming, newly done free agent. I will tell you there's a lot of interest in this driver. I will tell you that maybe his own team plans on signing him again after this. They wanted to let him run this, but now that he's been released, there's no telling where he will go at the end of this race. Sly Coon Cooper, he's looking here pretty good in this 18 Skittles car. I know it's not who's on your screen. I'm just talking as
Yes,
I'm
it
rolling
is.
through. Oh, okay. On my screen, I was seeing the 42, but
You tell me where you go, and I'm following you, so these fans can see the cars and the drivers and the names, and I'm going right along with
Yeah,
you.
the one guy that it looks to me like he's having a handful of car at this point in time is this 96 a Dirt Dog.
Yeah.
He's struggling really, really bad. I don't know if he picked too high of a slider. If I'm him right now and the car's not handling, I'm doing exactly what I said Cyagenic might have done earlier. I'm going down pit lane. I'm putting the setup. Again, I don't care where you finish. I want to see what you can do with the car. And if you can't handle the car, going down pit lane and making some adjustments is definitely what you need to do at this point in time.
I'm looking at that 17 car outside of him.
I'm just trying to figure out who this is in the pink Toyota.
That 17 is name untaken. The pink
33.
The pink 33, that's Fast Claire, Mr. Blow Up.
Oh.
Himself. He's a fast, quick guy, you know, and personally, my bigger issue is that he doesn't stop talking in chat. But as far as a driver, he's definitely a good driver on the track. But that 17, to answer your question, Angel, that is name untaken. That's a dirt slinger gone asphalt.
Yeah, I know. I was just bringing it up. I'm just proud of us dirt guys, man, coming out here and trying to step it up with you guys, man. It's he really stepped up, and I've been helping him with some setups and things.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. He's really working hard on trying to get fast on asphalt, man. He really wants to come up here and race with us, dude. So it's good to see him out here making this developmental race.
All right, 10-4 T-Clay is requesting to see a little bit of Weed Man. If you could search through and find him on your deal here. While you're doing that, I'm watching this 95 right behind that pink Toyota. 95 of Owens.
I'm sorry, Arch.
Hey, no, you know, I'm not.
Humor, but
good day.
We're doing as requested here at the broadcast.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, T. Clay. Love you too, buddy.
You know, T. Clay knows he probably set that up, but
yes, he did.
Absolutely.
Of course, he did.
Fulfill your needs, T. Clay.
There you go. You got glimpse.
Another guy that I'm finding pretty interesting.
Got a couple guys on pit road.
It's another number 2. It's a turquoise Ford Mustang number 2, Huff World. He was just added to development today. Never seen him, never heard of him, but the guy's holding his line really well as he's running behind Fast Claire, Owens, and NASCAR King, I believe, in the 32.
Yeah, I think that is that Huff World. Yeah, yep. I'm with him now.
And guys, bear with me if I say a name or we see a custom car and I have no idea who it is. Keep in mind there's 30 drivers on the track right now, maybe 6 of which I've seen before. Most of these guys
HD Motorsports, no sir, there is no cautions on. Sorry, I noticed we missed his question in the chat.
Oh, well, that's all right. Puddin's up there to answer for us too. Shout out to Mr. Pinky.
Pinky!
By the way,
Bubba J, watching NASCAR and drinking beer.
Coco Noco, if you're out there, and Pinky Puddin, motorcycles from Ohio, that's 2 shots, get her done. Back to the racing here.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I love this track. Oh, there's some good racing going on today.
Watching the 4 of Quentin Ladd. Looks like he's a little loose on exits here, but it's a beautiful paint scheme. I don't know if you want to sign a driver according to their choice of paint schemes, but he's doing
if that was the case, Patty, you never would have became captain.
He chose a good paint scheme. He's actually not running too bad. He was running in the top 10 last I thought.
Taddy, real quick, just to let you guys know, HD is the esports driver from the Xbox side.
Yes, he is.
Oh, HD, well, nice to meet you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah.
Yeah. HD is one of the esports drivers from last season.
Looks like
shows what I know as a league owner here. Maybe I'm slacking a little. Hey, T-Clay, thank you. Of course, it looks good. I'm up here making everything look good. Appreciate your input there.
The 88 car of Brian Moser has lagged out.
Oh, that sucks, man.
I watched it live. He was spinning in one of the corners, and his car disappeared, and it is now on pit road as we got somebody else spinning coming out of turn 2.
That's Phoenix, I believe, right there.
That was turn 4. Nope. There was another car spinning on turn 2.
HD saying that you suck. I'm going to imagine that that's fake news.
Oh, Fast Claire with a little bit of a bump and run on somebody coming out of turn 4. Or they might have been heading down pit road as they're doing now, so that might not have been them. So I apologize, jumping the gun there. Call it as it is.
Trinity Knight says that they wrote me last night. Let's see. I recall.
Don't worry, if he don't
apologies.
get back to you, that happens a lot. There's a lot of people trying to get in contact with him.
Yeah, so to anybody out there that's still interested in joining, don't at all think that this is your last opportunity. This is maybe one of the last big races of just straight free agents. For the next 2 weeks after Sunday, so starting on Monday, we have 2 weeks of nothing but fun races.
Fun races,
If you
yes.
hop into those are considered the same as a developmental race. You'll be in with all the captains will be on the track with you. We're going to have other drivers throughout the league scouting, such as Boomhauer is one of my drivers. He sees somebody that's good, he'll let me know. Just run any of those races within the 2 weeks. The time's not over. We still got plenty of time before the next season starts. We're still currently sitting at 16 days remain before season 4 begins.
How many? No. Do you have any like set races that you're setting up for experimenting with drivers or checking drivers out in this little off season that we're having here, or is it just?
Let me set the races up. They'll be good ones, I promise.
Boom's all about them road courses, Darlington, Dover,
No, Darlington, yes.
Realistically, what we're going to do the whole entire time, we're going to go whatever night would run that night. Such as, so for Monday, we're going to be running Truck Series presets. We're going to do all tracks. We'll do about 7 to 13% lobbies. We're just going to hop in, start at Atlanta. Yeah, 3 times where, no, 2 times. 3 times where. We'll start at Atlanta. We'll run it exactly how it's scheduled. Tuesday will be dirt. Wednesday we'll do custom cup series. Let some people show what they got there. Thursday, custom Xfinity. Fridays, we're just going to kind of switch it up. Saturdays we'll do preset Xfinity, and Sundays we'll be doing preset cup. For 2 full weeks, that's what we're going to run on those nights. Again, there's still plenty of time to get in.
Now you said dirt on Tuesdays.
More people coming in. Yeah, dirt on Tuesdays. That's what night we run dirt. So.
Now are you guys gonna start having like dirt drivers assigned to teams, or what? I mean, why would you do a dirt experiment?
Let's go back to this race instead of giving out what our plans for next season. Back to this race. I'm watching this Phoenix in the 91 black and gold car following this 37 in the 32. He was struggling a little earlier, a little loose, but he seems to be doing well on the outside. And
that's the thing. I poked Teddy.
I've seen this on track myself. I've seen this throughout this race. That inside line, a car will get really, really loose if you have too high of a slider, especially, or custom setup if you have it set up more on the loose side. The higher you can run, the more stable the car is going to be. And it lets you drop on exit, which is what it naturally wants to do. If you already start low, you're going to have a heck of a time handling it. As the 37 right there proves it. Is that Ripper in the 37?
Yep. Yes, it is. I was on board with him the whole time.
00 of Juskin in the 2 of Gravely. There's Boomhauer's number 2 up in the wall, getting more scrapes and dings on it. As the 00.
I put enough on it already. Come on now.
Yeah. Facts.
Hey.
Well, he would know. He is team captain.
That 47 car.
Ooh, you guys are just taking shots at each other.
Or the
hey, Taddy, maybe just a little bit of advice. Next time, maybe you should inform me about something before. That way I don't bring it up.
Yeah, my bad. T-Play wanted the night off, so that's why you got lucky old me and not my great, amazing, Chief voice like Puddin has, but that's why I'm up here in the booth. Love you, Puddin. Robbie Vitz, development dashing the truck. So, yes, something we wanted to talk about for you newer guys that don't get signed on a team.
Intimidator catches the wall.
Each team is designated 4 vehicles per series. So, for example, I have the 02, the 12, the 20, and the 52 entering next season in the truck series. If I don't have all seats filled, or somebody can't make a week, I can go into development and say, hey, you know what, I want to see what you can do in this series and give you a hot seat where you can try to dash into the event that night. So even if you're not signed, there's still an opportunity for you guys to be able to run on Monday nights, in the trucks, and maybe you get a hot seat into Thursdays just to see what you can do. So don't be thinking just because you're in development, you can't be called up with a finger snap and be taken out of that series. So Thanos could be coming and getting you gone from the Giggity development series.
Well, that's also like, they could do this. Oh, the 14 and the 1 of Venom get together coming off of turn 2. But also, you're talking about stepping up from developmental to trucks. if somebody is like putting on a show in the truck series, if you've got a spot for them, if it's early enough in the season, you can also call them up to Xfinity as well, can you not?
Yeah, 100% all the way through. So,
So just
what
because
we're
you
gonna
start in
do?
trucks don't mean you won't finish there.
Yes, what we're doing here, right? So the Xfinity series and the Cup series, they have custom mana preset. The drivers in those series, they're only allowed to run one night for points. The other night, they're allowed to try to dash in. What that is everybody that's racing for points in the series will be on the track racing that night, but we are going to give others an opportunity to join. Gavey has done this in the past with the dash, and it worked out really, really
Yes, we
good.
have.
Good, hard racing, and we
Oh,
want to bring
some
it
of the
back.
best racing we had.
Yeah, we want to bring it back. It's like the roots of Giggity, you know. And so what we will do is, say, for example, Boomhauer, you're a custom Xfinity guy. If you wanted to
Yes,
try
sir.
to run in the preset, well, your car's taken currently as Angel is now. You're feeling.
Congratulations to my teammate up here in the booth.
Appreciate it, teammate.
If Angel can't make it on a week, I can say, hey, Boom, you want to take that one and you want to try to dash your way in, go ahead. And so all custom Xfinity drivers can race a 13% race against the others. Top 2 or 3, we haven't figured out the number yet that we're going to take. They advance onto the night's show. So the custom Xfinity guys all battling each other, plus the hot seat drivers from either the truck or the development. They all get to try to race their way in, and top 2 or 3 finishers will advance to that night's showing. And that goes all the way around for all series. So don't look at it that as that was just an example. That's not the only series we're doing that way. That's going to be all series across the board.
Okay, so my question for that one is maybe I don't know, but if we have a full team, could I still do a dash for the Cup Series and like a non?
If there's 4 drivers already from your team in that event, then no. Each team is only allowed 4 vehicles
Okay.
on the night's events. What that does is that also keeps our car count at what we're looking for. Also, quick shout out going into next season, and then we'll get back to doing more talking on this race. But one more big change that is happening, and I want to give a big shout out to AJ Storm, Avery Jarrett, if you know him that way, on a mission. Going into this next season, no Toyota cars were picked in the Cup Series. On a Mission has changed their night from Wednesday to now Thursday that they are running. So we have offered and given On a Mission a 4-car team in the Custom Cup Series only on Wednesdays, and they will be the 4 JGR Toyotas.
So there is no chance of me running the Toyota next year. Great. Thank you.
Trades could always happen, and
Hey! I've already got my car, you little turd. Don't you?
I mean, in fairness, you got your car, we'll trade it away, and then we'll trade it back here.
You better not. I'm not driving that Jeffrey Earnhardt car no more. I'm sorry.
I mean, I like that car. Let's not talk bad on the only Earnhardt in the game.
For now.
Toby Child, look back here. He looks like he's a little bit slower. He seems to be handling his car very well in this black and green Hooters something. Can't even tell what the number is on the side. As the 18 of Sly Coon is next one. Dr. Robbie Bobby, another dirt guy back here. This 99 Ford Chevy Camaro. Napa
Actual
Ford Chevy Camaro? What's a Ford
yeah,
Chevy?
I called it a Ford, and then I seen, yep, I'm full of poop. That's definitely a Chevy. So just X-nay that Ford, and he looks a little loose right there, but he seems to be controlling his car pretty well. Positive to him and people like Name Untaken, if they get loose, I can almost guarantee they're going to save it, as they're used to slinging that car sideways and turning right to go fast on the dirt series. So good to see these guys out here showing us what they got on the asphalt.
It definitely is, man. It's a refreshing feeling, especially with you going over there and stealing a dirt championship, man.
Uh-huh.
John Mango says full send. Puddin telling us who to keep an eye on.
And Pro Ripper has spun again on the front stretch right at the start-finish line.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at this 97 Fast Camaro 1125. Dark blue, turquoise, and pink.
Yep.
First off, get the pink out of off this car. We all know how I feel about these pink cars in these lobbies. Just kidding. Also, it's a Chevy Camaro, but he looks to be holding his line really well. Again, kind of like I was saying earlier, doesn't seem to be the fastest guy, but definitely holding his line well. Even when it gets loose, if he drops down to the bottom loose, he holds it well. The 96 in the wall, that's a Dirt Dog. We already talked about his struggles. But Fast Camaro, if you're listening out there, you're doing a great job. Keep it up, man.
Definitely
You're
are.
welcome. I'll put you in the spotlight, so you can thank me later.
Paul Bear in the 71, another guy that I hadn't talked about prior to this point. This guy, last week, he seemed to be struggling real bad. It happens, you know, these cars aren't the easiest. As I'm seeing him in a cup car, he looks really, really loose right now, where he's trying to save it and he's getting up and off and into the wall. You know, this sounds crazy, but he's actually doing a great job tonight because I'm not seeing contact with him and other cars. I'm seeing him getting loose in the corner. He's overcorrecting and getting into the wall. But I would rather see that as I say that he spins and he's backwards on the front.
Commentator curse, fellas, it exists.
For that, Paul Bear, I apologize. But for the most part, you know, he did finally lose that one. But for the most part, as he was losing control of the car, he was doing a good job. And even there, you know, he spun out, he's down on the apron, he didn't go shooting back up into the track. That's exactly what we want to see right there. You know, like right here, he's riding around the bottom, getting back up to speed, not a big deal. He's up to speed now. Good job right there, Paul Bear.
Well, I can attest to Paul Bear's growth, man. Personally, man, I don't know how I became friends with you, buddy, but I actually became friends with him, and I invite him to a lot of my race lobbies, and he comes in, and you never hear a complaint about him. And as somebody that's new to the game, it's really rare to hear that. So, I mean, way to improve, man, and take your time and to grow, man. Pro Ripper.
Rippin' Pro. Yeah, I haven't really seen a whole lot of him. I mean, he helps us out in the broadcast booth, and you know, but as far as his racing, unfortunately, I haven't really seen a whole lot of the development. Hence why I usually have scouts out here for me. But he's holding his line pretty decent. Again, commentator's curse. I need to shut up the moment I say it. He's flying out of the inside.
We'll jump back to Steelers.
I gotta say, the last couple of laps, I've been watching the 32 of NASCAR King and the 42 of Kid Coyote. As I think the stage is coming to an end now, as everybody's slowing down, sorry, my controller just disconnected for some reason. Can't imagine why. But they've had a pretty good battle up here at the front now. You know, running neck and neck, side by side, doing a lot of clean racing.
I really hope Cytogenic's car reappears so I can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
The reason what happened is a lap car just put him into the inside wall with like 3 to go in that stage.
I mean,
I was behind it. That's why.
It happens. Like I said, we're not necessarily out here worried about who wins the race, though. So he needs to just kind of keep his self cool.
No, I mean I can't see him on the broadcast, so I can't show him to the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help you out there. It was Cytogenic, Kid Coyote, NASCAR, Owens, Huff, Silicone. Sorry guys. We'll get there quick enough, but at least top 5 there.
I appreciate it, bud.
That's your Pro Ripper. Looks like the 88. Yeah, you guys already talked about him being gone. I'm seeing, who's that, the 95 of Owens up front. He's in the lead with Cygenic on the outside, even though we can't see him on our screens. He is there.
I'm going to go on a limb and say they're having a great battle going into turn 1 as they're possibly running side by side with Owens on the inside. Looks like he's probably going to get the inside run coming off, which that usually does happen, but it looks like the 42 is pushing up.
I think Cytogenic's pulled ahead of him.
Yes, I would say so. Otherwise, the 42 car would not be there right now.
He dives down low into the inside. He's going to run that.
He's 3 wide. Here comes the 32
they are 3 wide.
Inside of them.
And here comes the 18 car. That 18 car not shy of making bold moves, as we all know in real life.
Who is that 42 again?
That's Kid Coyote.
Kid Coyote looks like he's probably following Cygenic because I don't see a spare gap for Cygenic to be there. You got the 32 of NASCAR King and the 18 of Sly King Cooper following him.
Look at name untaken working his way through them guys. Wow, he just split them.
I can clearly tell that you're doing a great job out there, Cygenic. So only because nobody seems to be battling you. So great job out there.
Seeing how we can't see you, we don't know if anybody is battling you or not. So we're just going to assume.
Unfortunate for Johnny Cash. Looks like he has lagged out.
Ooh. Looks like he got his car in a big old ring of fire and just could not get it out.
It burns, burns, burns.
Guys, I'm on board with this 17, man, and he's really worked his way through this field. He's running in, well, it'd be 5th because we only got 4 cars in front of him. Yep, he's running 5th right now.
So Giselle, if it was my fault that apparently your husband there, Paul Bear, had a hard time, sorry, we'll get back to him later and see if I can't do that again. Let's see, Racing Empire says he disconnected. Robbie Bez requesting a hood cam view from the drivers for a minute. Probably kind of see more of a stable line that they're running and stuff along those lines. Good idea there. Man, I'm watching this Fast Claire. He's quick. That pinky pudding 33 Toyota doing a pretty good job there for Fast Claire. Where was I? Trying to remember who the last guy I was talking about there was last time. Pro Ripper, that's right, that's the last one I was talking about. Watching Steelers 41 in this. I mean, it's a good looking car. I'm not sure what color it is.
So he's got to change that name though. Steelers, man. Yeah.
I mean, and his car's not even black and yellow, so what kind of fan is he?
No kidding. Come on, boss.
He's doing a pretty good job. And hey, look there, Giselle, there's that 71 of Paw Bear coming up, and no contact between the cars.
Passed by Steelers.
It looks like these guys were both in an incident earlier as to why they're running so far back. I say that, I don't know. Maybe they're just running a little off pace, but either way, looks like Paw Bear's still pretty loose, and so is Steelers. There he goes shooting the inside. Man, every time I go to talk about someone, they're getting real loose here.
You leave him alone.
Well, no. So what I actually like the most about it here is that's what I want to see. I want to see the guys get loose, and I want to see how they recover. Do they come shooting back into the track and wreck the field? Do they get loose, stay down bottom, and kind of work their way around? You know, if another car hits them, I want to see how they respond. Do they try to retaliate? Do they, you know, that's actually good to see that these guys are losing control, because even though they may be struggling on the track, how they handle themselves and the composure after is what I'm really looking into here. This 35 mellow yellow Hooters.
Four wide.
Where did I miss it? Is that Janet?
Stretch?
No, Huff Ward, the 4 car, the 95 of Owens, and there was another car. Could not tell who it was. I think it was a custom 14 car. They were 4 wide coming out of turn 4 there. All 4 of them made just a little bit of contact. Then again, 4 wide, it's hard not to make contact.
It's actually a custom number 4 equipment.
They could have been 5 wide. We don't actually know where Cytogenic was.
Yeah. See, we had 5 wide at Richmond, so I know how that goes.
I ran in NASCAR on Monday or Tuesday. We went to Mid-Ohio. At one point in the race, they were 27 wide going through one of the sharp corners. That was interesting.
Yeah, I'd say so. We've got somebody on the apron going down the back stretch, coming back up the track. Looks like he gathered up and kept control of it.
One of the drivers with the most control, looks like, and again, not the fastest. I'm not seeing him catching and passing people like there's no tomorrow, but this Uncelesticky Icky.
I was noticing him.
Yeah, this car looks really, really stable in that 35 car, as he's actually catching the field now, but I think that's a lot to do with the side-by-side racing that was going on.
Yeah, it don't look like he's breaking loose too much or anything like that. He's not really fighting with the car. I think he's just running in the line and just trying to let the car come to him.
Giselle, talking about Paul Bear, saying that, yeah, he drives the car really, really loose, and they have different driving style. You know, something that can help him with that is possibly just turning the throttle sensitivity down a little bit. Looks like he's fine on entrance. Yeah, it looks like he's fine on entrance to the corner, but it looks like Paul Bear's getting a little loose on exit, so maybe if you turn your throttle sensitivity down, especially while you're getting used to the wheel, at the point in time that you're getting back on the throttle is usually when the car wants to kick out if you have it up too high. So maybe just let him know that information for the next time he runs.
You guys are doing great. You know that? You guys are awesome.
Who?
You guys are killing it.
Oh, we're doing a good job. Here's a cookie. Thanks, buddy.
Just let you go, Taddy and Boom. If you guys look behind 7th back, it is under a blanket.
Oh, it's crazy back there.
Right now, I'm in 7th right now, and I'm looking behind me, and I bet you a second from 7th back to like 15th.
Oh, I'm looking for Fast Camaro. I'm looking backwards with him on the cam right now, and there's just a whole gaggle of cars right here, man.
Well, let's see how he does in the pack. Now, like we said earlier, he was doing a pretty good job, keeping that, keeping that car straight and everything. So let's see how he does running side by side.
Oh,
in
Pro
the
Ripper's
pack
around on the
with all
back
these
stretch.
guys.
Into the inside wall.
Well, I've been watching that Huff World for several laps now. He's
Yes.
running a nice, smooth line,
Yes, he is.
lap
That's
after
what he
lap.
does. That's how I actually seen the whole 4 wide coming out of turn, turn 4. I was actually on his car, because it looked like there were 2, 3 wide. Then all of a sudden that sneaky little fourth car snuck in on the inside, got a little bit of a run coming out of the corner.
Grim up into the wall, riding it, kept it up there, let the cars go by. I think there he goes. He's back up to speed. Just can.
No, I put it up on the wall for a purpose. I got loose
All
out
right,
of 2.
Woodruff, there you go.
And
So-
out of 3 and wrecked Owens, and I feel bad about it. The guy was racing me clean. Real bad.
So, my dog was barking, and I didn't know what was going on, and apparently she was just saying wood.
Oh, fast clear just caused a big old pileup on the front stretch. Got loose. Oh, it took out Huff. Oh, Quentin. What happened is fast clear got a little bit loose and come down and clipped just Ken and shot back up across the track and just couldn't hold it up there, man. It just bounced right back off. On board with Venom for a minute here. Let's check out this Monster Energy car, man. I love this paint scheme. It's probably one of my favorite paint schemes they got in the game right now.
Mm-hmm. It is a nice one.
Oh yeah, it is. Especially when you're chasing people down.
My favorite car right now in the game's got to be that 34 Michael McDowell, that camouflage American flag car. Man, that thing's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a pretty car.
as Cyclone Cooper and somebody else made a little bit of contact, it might look like there was a little bit of lag involved in that.
Alright guys, so I just opened it up where signing can be happening now. This race is far enough in it that people are allowed to sign. Cytogenic has been signed. Owens has been signed. Kid Coyote has been signed. Those are the 3 names at this point in the race that have been signed already. So I will keep you guys posted as we go. I'm not going to fluctuate on the teams yet because there could be trades happening here almost immediately.
Oh, you guys just got quiet all of a sudden. That doesn't
Sorry.
work.
I got a race later. I got to keep my throat clear and the alcohol going down, so we needed that quick little break.
Oh yeah. We know how that goes.
And plus, teamwork, going on too here,
The moment I open it up to signing, you have to expect me to have gone pretty quiet there. I'm watching this 22 R Intimidator right now. Actually, this is kind of cool for me. So Guitar Magadon, one of my drivers there in the truck series, he is in a league that allows people to fill in for each other and still race for points. He's in the playoffs right now. I'm actually running a race for him later tonight for Guitar in his cup car. The owner of that league is our Intimidator, so I'm going to get a great view on this guy. And as I'm watching it right now, it looks like he's holding his line very, very well. He's on the outside. I can't tell speed-wise because there's no other cars around him, but I don't see him be getting too loose on exit or nothing like that. Please don't do it now that I've said it, but this guy's doing a great job out here.
Just switch cameras right quick, that way he won't.
Yeah, I went to Weedman 317, Archangel's best friend in this. I can't quite tell what number.
Y'all are just trying to instigate me. I swear, like you guys don't like me. Like I'm trying to be as professional as possible, you guys.
I would never do such a thing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
I'm just
no,
talking about
no.
Weedman, how good he's doing on the track and how you guys like each other. Back to the racing. Weedman _man 317 19, black, yellow, white, gold, silver 19 Napa Chevy Camaro.
I can definitely say.
Good job.
Yeah.
It looks like he's holding off that Phoenix guy. doing a pretty good job holding his line.
I can definitely tell you guys that probably by the end of this race that there will be another new signing that will be unnoticed by most of you guys.
Unnoticed. Archangel is trying to sign someone out from under all of the captains.
No, Weedman's probably going to get picked up. I'll be right back. I got someone knocking on my door.
This usually gets written in the chat, in our YouTube comments, but Creed, what are you doing, buddy? Now back to the race.
Creed?
I went back to seeing the Cyogenic. I was watching him for about 6 seconds before it dawned on me, yep, that's right. We can't see his car on track. Chubzilla in the 87 awkward-looking car here. He's on pit lane now.
Did you say aqua or awkward?
Awkward.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that scheme, man. It's like a bronzer, turquoise, and black. I'm not so sure about that, but he's right up on Cyogenic's rear end. This is the first time I have seen racing with Cyogenic. Chubzilla is parked right behind that 31 car. And also, it is actually official now. Cyogenic actually has lagged out of the race, so that's actually where he is on the track. He's on pit lane right there.
Ouch. He was doing so good, too.
Well, he ran away.
Junior Thomas, give me a message. You can write me on Facebook, Kevin Tattersall, or you can write me on PlayStation Network, KTaddy6369_GRL. Get a contact with me or any of these guys that you're seeing comment and or in the broadcast booth. Anybody involved in KUD, just reach out. They'll get you with me, and
Absolutely.
we can get you in this league and in the development series racing with these 30-plus drivers that you're seeing tonight. Kid Coyote in the 42 is running a good job. I don't want to focus on him too much as he has been signed, and he has been signed by the guy I told you we would be in the Mills Nation or the Canuck team.
Look at Chubzilla right now. He's having a decent little battle back there.
Yeah, who's this? I don't remember who that was in the 97, but I see I'm back on Fast Claire. Whoever that is in the 97, doing a really good job. 37 Pro Ripper spins out again on the front stretch. I don't know if he's been racing with only 2 tires this whole race or what's going on, but I know that Pro Ripper is definitely struggling in that 37. Back to Fast
Well,
Claire.
also, a lot of these guys, this track is not exactly the easiest in the world to drive. With the breakage coming out of, out of the corners and everything, and it's possibly that some of these guys, they haven't ran cup up here a lot, so they've probably just picked a little bit too loose with the slider as well.
Oh, absolutely. Agreed. And, I tried telling a few people that asked for a little bit of information. I told them, you want to go stable because this is going to be a long run race. No cautions. You're guaranteed to be a long run. And the stability of these cars is more important than the speed, and
Yes.
I couldn't reiterate that enough that I don't care how fast you are right now because quite frankly, I can't tell. I can't really tell how fast the guys are that you're running around to be able to tell how fast you are in comparison because I haven't run with most of these guys, so it's a little tricky.
Well, there is one driver I am keeping my eye on. I'm not gonna, put a spotlight on somebody like that, but I'm really impressed, and I apologize. I'm pretty sure you'll find out later who I'm talking about for not throwing your name out there because trying to keep it a secret here.
Because he was just signed.
It's teamwork.
He was just signed, but not by me. Somebody swooped in a little too quick. The 97 Pink and Blue Fast Camaro car has been signed by Shin Motorsports.
Robbie, you little... I can't say it. Dang it. I'll just say turd.
It's alright, I'll beat him next year.
Yes, it starts with a W. I think you got a good pick there, Robbie, though, seriously.
And then
good battle right here with these.
Please announce. It has been announced, Robbie. Jeez, give me a second. Look, those guys over there in the UK, they're just a little impatient.
Yes.
Mr. Robbie Vids. Just go back to your teas and trumpet. Let me do my job in the booth. Please and thank you.
You'll find your tea in the Boston Harbor waiting on you.
Oh, a little much there. Fast Claire on pit lane now. Again, guys, another free agent. His team is not snagged him back, and it's eligible to be doing it right now.
Yes.
So maybe they were dropping him. Boss Attack Gaming is a free agent at this point in time. I can't reiterate that enough. Is that the custom 14? It looks like?
Yes, it is.
I'm a little shocked the DSR hasn't grabbed him back, but I also haven't seen the DSR captain in the chat, so I'm a little uncertain what's going on there.
I think Etho's probably feeling a little bit under the weather right now. Everybody knows what's going on with him.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time
22
going in
spins.
and feeling Ed those drivers out from underneath him. 22, our Intimidator, the guy I was talking about that I was hoping he wasn't going to mess up while I was talking about him. He didn't while I was talking about him. Cool. He did it later on. Yeah.
So no commentator curse there.
But again, what he did when he got after he spun, he got it back going. He stayed at the bottom, out of the racing groove, let everybody go around him. He didn't come shooting up and cause a big wreck. So that's exactly what you want to see. Watching this 18 of Slide Clean Cooper, one of the few drivers that I've been being able to see run the low groove without a whole lot of issues. Again, as I say that, he gets really, really loose on exit and he tries running the low groove on the straightaway. But again, he held it well. Maybe he just needs to move up a little bit. Like I was talking, that bottom groove was real loose. But
as he's coming on pit road. That's probably why he was getting loose. And tires are getting worn down a little bit. But with worn tires, it's bound to happen to anybody.
Hey, who's in the lead now that Ostayo's not in there right now?
I'm going to go limb say it's probably that little Mr. Kid Coyote up there, man. He looks like he's been doing pretty good up there.
Our car,
Yep.
my bad, guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Kid Coyote.
it is official. Kid Coyote has swapped his truck for his car, and he is in right.
Or you mean his car for his truck?
Nope. I don't know. You're confusing me now. A little bit of group insanity on my screen. Again, he's a signed driver, so I'm not going to talk about him a whole lot. Justin in this 00 following the one of Venom. Both these guys are doing pretty good. Venom looks a little loose, like he's struggling with the car. But he's got speed. He's definitely holding it. Even when he gets loose on exit, he's able to hold off Justin. So it's not loose where he's spinning out. It's just a little correcting he has to do. Pretty good racing out of these two right now.
Just Ken, he's actually pulled away from them two cars behind him to catch up to Venom because I was already watching that battle just a little bit ago. And I personally run with Just Ken a lot. As you hear me and Puddin always talk about Zivic's Late Night League. Just Ken is a very fast driver. He's very good, man. So definitely one to watch out here, you guys.
Yeah, one thing I will say about everybody I have noticed, and giving props and shout out to everybody that is running tonight, they've done a good job with the access road coming off of pit road. They're not jumping straight back up to the track. They're actually taking the access road as we, determine, we need to do, especially here at this track. So they're not just jumping up in front of the pack or anything like that. They're actually using that stretch to get up to speed before marching up onto the track. So that's good to see from everybody.
Puddin', why in the world did you just ask how you could join the broadcast? You know how to join the broadcast as you do it for 6 nights a week.
Oh.
This is why we keep you in the booth. The one night we don't put you in the booth, your amnesia kicks in and you forget all about what you've done.
Looks like Pro Ripper got a little bit loose and tried to cut down in front of that 18. That's not Pro Ripper. Who is that? That is Mr. Kid himself, if I'm not mistaken, got a little bit loose and cut down in front of the 18 car.
This Justin and Chandabear. Chandabear's not running tonight, but he has run in the past. He was signed right now, as was Justin in the 00.
All right. Congratulations to both of them.
Congratulations, man. I was actually talking to Chander Bear right before the race, man. I actually, a real good buddy of mine, man. He's actually helped me out on the cup side and doing a bunch of the custom setups. Oh, hey, by the way, Chanda, you still owe me nationwide setups or Xfinity or whatever series it is right now because I showed you how fast you could be on dirt.
On my screen right now, I'm watching Dirt Dog. In stage 1, we've seen him struggling bad. It looks like on that stage break, he went in the pits, he adjusted the car. He's still a little loose on the exit, but it looks like he's able to control the car a lot better. Maybe giving up some speed for the control, as this 4 car seems to be pestering him right now, going below him and making the pass. But Dirt Dog has definitely made some adjustments in handling that car considerably better than he was in stage 1.
Definitely is.
I'll tell you right now, guys. Kid saved a lot of gas that round. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hey, Grim.
Around again.
Grim, I appreciate you telling us that, but you don't always have to start with, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, Venom wrecks on the front stretch. Oh, I think that's
Phoenix
the end of
is
the
in a
stage.
pretty good battle with
That's the end of
Silver
the
behind
stage.
him.
Is that the end of stage 2?
Yes,
Did
yes.
Venom wreck, or was it when the
No,
AI took
it was
over?
after the stage. Yeah, it was after the
Yeah,
AI
that's
did
right.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
Kid
because they're
takes
all in a
stage
pile.
2, followed by Boss, followed by Just Ken, then NASCAR King, Venom, Name Untaken, Weedman, Fast Camaro, Owens, and Dr. Robbie Bobby round out the
Yeah,
top 10.
so
Look at my dirt boys.
it was just posted in the chat. I wasn't going to say anything about it, but Name Untaken and NASCAR King, they were having a great battle. Two unsigned drivers. I wasn't going to say anything about it because, again, I mean, I'm also scouting out here for my own talent, but the two were side by side for lap after lap, and there was no contact between the
Yes,
two.
sir.
What a battle. But now that it's been in the chat, I mean, I might as well tell everyone about it because they're going to be, you know, hey, what's he talking about? Captains, back off. Just getting back to green flag action here. Cyogenic still on pit lane, not in the lead this time. There is no ghost car.
Wait,
for
what are you
Cyogenic.
talking about?
What?
What's back off?
I was telling the captain to back off as I was talking about two free agents. I'm broadcasting and unable to sign people right now. I'm a little occupied. Gosh, focus, Angel.
Archangel
Back to green
signs
flag,
Name
Kid
Untaken.
Coyote.
Just because he's my buddy.
Kid Coyote out to an early lead. Here comes Justin, just newly signed, and free agent Boss Tack Gannon sitting there in second. Good battle, and that's Name Untaken going into third. He gets into Justin just a little quick enough into the wall. They both
Paul
recover
Bear
nicely.
with a big move.
Oh, big wreck in the back.
Yes, Paul Bear looked like he took out about 3 wide coming out of turn 3. Had a pretty good run. Was trying to make his moves. Oh,
Just
they're 4 or
kidding.
5 wide coming out of turn 2. Oh, the 2 car in the 87 of Chubzilla. Him. Oh, that is not a great way to start the stage. It didn't look like either of them had anywhere to go.
This pack right behind Kid Coyote and Boss Tech Gaming, man, there's some really good racing going on right there.
Oh, his
yes.
Ken puts name in the wall. Ew.
Maybe I should.
He's trying to leave his name on things.
Yeah.
Is that Name Untaken sitting there in third?
No,
that
Name
was
Untaken's
Weedman.
back here in 17. He's
So it's Weedman, followed by Venom, followed by Fast Camaro. Oh man, that would have been great if he was in a Ford, but unfortunately. Oh, Justin cuts off NASCAR King. NASCAR King down to the inside, saves it. Good save. by
Nice
that
save,
first
King.
car.
Yeah.
He holds it down low until it gets back up to speed without causing a big incident. Good job there. As he's now running next to somebody.
Quentin Ladd in the 4.
The 4 and the 35. I talked about the 35 earlier. I don't remember his name right offhand here, but he was doing a great job. Jim could probably tell you his name if he's following the two right now. Oh, 95 of Owens gets loose, gets into fast flare, way off pace in the middle of the track, goes to go down low. The 35 is there. Oh man, good job by Owens not getting collected into a bigger accident there.
She said Woodruff again.
My dog is like your best friend right now. I don't know if she's doing the wood part, but she's definitely got the rough on lockdown.
that dog will talk to anybody as long as they talk back.
Listen,
By the way,
guys,
35
if I'm on my
is
headset,
Icky.
oh yeah, unslicky, sticky, icky.
He's lapped down right now too. He's
Yeah.
frozen.
If I have my headset on talking to people, my dog wants to talk to people.
Oh, 00 Just Ken and number 1 of Venom spin coming out of turn 4 making contact. Oh, I think Ken just got a little bit loose coming out of the corner and it broke free on him. Oh, as the 96 gets into the back of Venom, he wasn't completely up to speed yet.
Sorry guys, responding to a few messages here. Riding along with Huff World in that turquoise teal, whatever color it is, blue number 2 Ford Mustang. Custom, not the Brad Keselowski version.
It kind of blends in with the wall. It's kind of hard to see him.
Well, I mean, if you get away from that wall just a little bit more, it'd be a lot easier to tell. He's doing a good
Matter
job
of
though, you know.
fact,
He's a little bit slower, but
I think that is the same color.
I think like that he picked that color to confuse us. He was trying to hide in the crowd or something.
Hey, he don't want to. He don't want to be noticed. He don't want to be put in the spotlight. He want to go under the radar. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Thinking about going and get me another non-Keystone.
Adult beverage. Hey,
Yeah.
hey. Don't you be hating.
I mean, I tried it. Y'all made it sound like it was good, so I don't know.
It
Tried
is.
it yesterday and put
It
in the
is.
picture to prove it. But your guys' taste of alcohol and mine's a little bit different. But
I will go ahead and apologize for, you can dock me 5 points to start next season, but it is damn good. So.
Boomhauer and Puddin are White Claw drinkers, and I like real alcohol.
No.
You guys
Keystone
like that seltzer
Cowboys.
water?
Ain't no seltzer. Oh, name untaken. And the 19 of... Who is that custom 19 car?
Custom 19? There's a custom 19 out here? Oh, man.
Yes, there is.
That's you know who?
Oh, Wheat King and name untaken.
Oh, right. Angel's buddies in that 19.
They're having a pretty good little battle here.
I'm seeing Bradley and this other two. Yeah, there's been some really good racing all across the board, What I'm actually seeing is I'm not seeing any intentional wrecking. I'm seeing guys that are trying really, really hard. But I'm seeing some guys that, in racing, loose is fast. And that's accurate if you're on a short run. If it's on a long run and you start out loose, you're just going to get worse.
Quentin Ladd gets took out by that dude that we were just talking about.
That seems to be the biggest issue that I've seen across the board is the looseness of these cars has caused the majority of the problem. Name untaken, man, I've only ever seen him on dirt before today. The guy's doing a great job. Also, I'm going to go ahead and announce it right now. Welcome to the Underdogs Name Untaken 17.
All right. Yeah. Welcome aboard, brother. And Puddin', also, this is for you to despise what Taddy says. There you go.
Heck yeah.
Cheers. But yeah, welcome aboard, name untaken. Raced with him a couple times in another dirt series, so it'd be nice to have a familiar face, in the team.
Yeah, he's gonna for sure be going to our truck series, start him out there, kind of help him develop. I know that he'd written me that he's just trying it, he's kind of new to it. I'm going to give him the opportunity to try and learn, but he's doing a great job holding his line and staying out of people's way. So, name untaken. I'm really happy to have him on the team. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with you next season in Truck Series.
I mean, if you can't tell, I'm excited. That's one of my good buddies over there. I've done a lot of racing with him, testing with him, and I watched his progress as he's asked me, anytime I'm on, anytime I'm in a cup lobby or any asphalt lobby, he's like, man, send me an invite so I can come over and get some more practice. So, dude, practice pays off, buddy. You did really well tonight, man, and I'm glad to have you part of Team Underdog.
Yeah, it hadn't even dawned on me until right about now, but the majority of this broadcasting here is the Underdog team.
Yes, we are.
And we know how to broadcast the race now, guys. And then, of course, we got a Woodruff that wants to stroke my dog, and then we got a Graham in car, can't even talk with us. He's no Brad Keselowski text in Rankin.
Well, Taddy, if you want to be there, right? We know how you text and drive. Usually hits the wall. So.
No, I didn't hit the wall. If you remember, when I was texting and driving, I pulled completely off to the side, went 2 laps down, got my pizza, came back to the race, finished 1 lap down. But it is what it is.
That is true.
Last season drove 47.
Oh, let's not talk about that. Back to the race here. Another guy that's looking really good, another free agent, is Skittles 18 Toyota. Slicing Cooper. Again, as I'm talking about him, he gets loose, man. I've been watching him for 10 laps, and then one moment I open my mouth, he gets real loose on exit. But he's doing a great job. He was signed earlier in the middle of this season, and then he was released from the team. I don't know what happened, but he looks like he's doing a great job. I think he was just simply for not showing up all the time. But seeing him out here on the track, he's definitely a quality driver, a good pickup for one of these teams. Man, as we're getting down to it here, it's hard to find a guy that hasn't been picked up here. Dirt Dog in the 96 getting squeezed by that wall color number 2.
Did anybody pick up that Ickley?
Unsolicited Sticky. No,
yeah.
I mean, I can't pronounce his name.
We're going to call him UI.
Uncle Sticky Icky.
Yeah, he has not been picked up yet, no. I'm actually a little surprised nobody's gone and snagged Venom. You know, Venom's been up here. He has struggled with ill handling car for a little while, but he's real quick, you know. And again, I have stated speed doesn't always matter, you know. Venom is one of the quicker guys out there tonight, as I'm seeing him plow through on Uncle's Dicky Dicky. Oh, sorry. I might just have gotten a fine.
And Venom spins.
And Venom rips.
The
You know,
commentator curse strikes again.
yeah, but that one I don't know if that's commentator's curse, because that wasn't just he got loose after I started talking about him. I mean, he kept plowing into the rear end of that 35, and finally he just couldn't handle it. You know, you got to time your moves quicker.
Yep. You get on the inside of somebody, it can sometimes take the air off of your car and ruin your race instead of theirs.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone here knows if you time it wrong and you get into the rear end of somebody, it'll cause your car to get really, really loose. That's exactly what it looked like happening.
Ripper smacked the front stretch wall again.
Happened, but I heard it. I heard the collision, and I heard you go, so I knew something happened.
Yeah, Ripper hit the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he probably picked a way too loose of a setup. He's probably running a 7 or a 8 or something like that right now.
Yeah, he's probably pretty mad at himself for whatever he chose, you know. And a lot of people get confused too, because there's a big difference here between a wheel setting and a controller setting. Somebody on a wheel that has a lower, again, throttle sensitivity or something like that, they can handle a much
the steering sensitivity as well.
Yeah, so they might run, you know, an 8 or a 9, and they look just as stable as anybody else out on the track, whereas then you're on a controller and you try running it, and you're on like 3, and you're still loose, you know. There's big differences, so I know a lot of people ask me, hey, what's a good slider? What do you think I should run? And I'll tell them exactly what I run. But just because I can run it doesn't mean somebody else can, and that was proof in point on Wednesday at the Kansas race. Go with the Flow and I, we were on the exact same setup.
32 car loose.
Go with the Flow and I we were in the exact same setup. I was up front fast. To me, the car was a little bit tight. Flow, he's got different wheel settings. He was real loose. He spun out a couple times. He ended up with the fastest lap. So loose is fast, but a little more unstable on his end. Looked like
I've seen that, Grim. Don't worry.
Hey, folks. I have some breaking news from Team Canuck here. They signed Kid Coyote.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was, Mills Nation, or I think it's just Mills GRL now. He is the one that signed him, yeah.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, yeah. Actually, David Smith, you guys know him as D. Smith.
D. Smith, yes.
Usually in the 08 Xfinity car. He just brought up a great point. Guys, we're on a 2-week break this coming week. Next 2 weeks. If anybody out there watching the broadcast right now, if you guys are interested in not only racing but also joining the booth and trying out some broadcasting with us, this is a great 2 weeks to try it out. Maybe you guys get in there and do some of those 7-13% races like we were talking about. We won't put it on air. We'll just simply let you guys get in the booth and try talking about the race and what's going on. Maybe a couple of us will join you, let you know how you're doing. Just try it out so you're not so shy when you go live your first ever time. But, I mean, we're taking all aspects of the game. We're looking for more broadcasters, drivers, everything.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, one of the good ways to do it, you know, if you've got your own YouTube channel, if you want to do all that stuff. I mean, that's one good way to get everything out there, you know, amongst your friends and people that follow you and stuff like that. If you want to jump up here and, you know, start your own broadcast, you know, something aside, you know, do stuff like that. I mean, we do it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you guys might want to be like an in-race reporter like Grim is right now. You might have your own personal broadcast that you want a regular broadcast in the background of it. You guys can try that, hop in with us, we'll get a broadcast going, kind of talk, chat. I mean, we're doing this for you guys. We're not up here in the booth because I like to talk, although I do like to talk. The more of these real beers that I put down. However,
you finally started drinking Keystones again, man. Congratulations. You did yourself a favor.
Yeah, so it's like Keystone, but different. Back to this racing, the Doc Robbie Bobby. Man, every time I see that name, I think of Ricky Bobby, but he's not.
Two different
people.
Not
on fire. He's not going crazy fast. He's not running in his underwear. But
we'll see.
Dr. Robbie
there is
a great job in this 99.
There is a Ricky Bobby on NASCAR too, so it's definitely confusing.
Yeah, one day I was actually in the lobby with both Robbie Bobby and Ricky Bobby.
It's fun, ain't it?
Robbie Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so lost.
I just imagine getting Ricky Bobby, Robbie Bobby, and having them all in the same chat party, because Robbie Bobby talks a lot.
Oh, the 00 breaks loose in front of the 2-car Huff World, but it looks like the 2 avoided him, so that was some pretty good evasive maneuvers to avoid that 00 spinning down the front stretch. So shout out to him. even though he can't see
Oh,
his
there's a
car
wreck on
when
the
he
front
drives
stretch.
against the wall.
Cans around.
Another guy, it looks like he's keeping his car a little bit more under control than what we've seen earlier. I say that number 4 car, Quentin Ladd, and that Kevin Harvick, Stuart Haas paint scheme that all the Stuart Haas drivers got. It looks like he's actually got a pit adjustment in there and is doing pretty good keeping that thing in a straight line now.
Quentin, I actually brought in here because I wound up running across Quentin in just regular lobby, man, and we had like 3-4 great races together side by side. So I eventually invited him to chat party, man. And the first thing I said to him, dude, was thanks for the way you raced me, man. It was awesome to join a public lobby and be raced as clean as I was. So.
Oh yeah, those guys are definitely diamonds in the rough. Whenever you're finding, because we all know how public lobbies are. I mean, they can be a nightmare. They can be a terror. But every now and again, you'll find these drivers
that are the exact same.
Yeah, I know, right? But anyways, back to this race. You find a couple of drivers in public lobbies who are pretty fast, pretty clean, will give you a good show. And so, I mean, it's not all that uncommon that you find them.
Real quick, Robbie Vids has said that he's looking to find another Brit for season 4. He's getting a little lonely. I'm glad that you feel that way, Robbie. Unfortunately, I feel the opposite. I feel like having you is just enough for this league. That's a lot of Brit for most of us. So
we need a real Australian.
Another guy that Robbie, the Aussie Robbie from UK, and then we've got the British Tron from Australia. It's just kind of cool listening to the two of them. Another guy
I
that
think Robbie's starting a competition with RKM of who can get the most of their homeland in the league. Right now, RKM's got the league with the Canadians, and Robbie's trying to recruit some more UK fellas so he can take that title away from RKM.
Actually, I feel like America's represented the most, but yeah, you're right. This is bringing the most in. With that said, Canadians, we actually just got a new Canadian. She's kind of more like the North Pole. The Pottles has come back.
Oh, yes.
On Custom Affinity on Thursdays.
Welcome back.
Canada. T-Clay is getting a man crush on you, Boom. He says that your voice sounds good, that you're killing it on the mic tonight.
We can just leave it at that.
He's not used to hearing your voice. You have him muted all the time, so it's nice for him to be able to hear you.
I'm not so sure how you mute somebody from hearing you on YouTube, but T-Clay's definitely man crushing on you right now. So anyways, back to the racing. I've been talking about guys that have been making corrections like Dirt Dog did. His car was able to handle a lot better. Another guy that seems to be handling the car a lot better, maybe some corrections and or changed his line. Looks like he's running a lot higher pall bearing this Maroon 71. Seems to be having a much better control on his car. He's still a little loose on the exit where he's going down to the apron on the stretch, but not spinning out loose crazy. But he seems to be doing a lot better. As I say that, he gets into the wall, makes him real loose. He goes down onto the apron. Of course, there's the commentator's curse. Every time I've tried to talk about a driver tonight, they have messed up. So I'm just going to talk about the YouTube chat here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Or you could pull your phone out and check your messages, doing a little bit of team work.
Oh, yeah, she said.
Come on now, gotta keep it real. That's how they do it on, wheeling and dealing under the table where nobody can see and hear, right?
All the time. We're back on here board with number 4 for a little bit. We're gonna give Quentin a little bit of airtime for a second. Let's let you guys see how he does. He's got a nice little battle going on here with the 14 car. Not sure who that is. Let's see if I can find who he's racing with.
I'd say it's me, but I don't want no airtime.
Oh, it is you. Right. Okay. Well, I'll step away from that one.
I didn't want airtime.
Check out just Ken. Well, Ken's been signed. I'm trying to focus on the non-side drivers. NASCAR King still hasn't been signed. We'll ride with him for a second.
Well, he's not eligible yet.
Has Quentin been signed, guys?
Don't.
Quentin has not been signed.
No, yeah, the 4 car is still available.
He's clean.
Told you, he's a really clean driver, ain't he?
Yeah, I just raced him side by side from the bottom, he was on the top.
Yep, I've been watching him. And
yeah, he's definitely a really clean driver, man. I was really impressed with him, and I'm really glad he took the chance to come out here and join the developmental races and stuff, man. I hope he does well in this league.
So this just in from the underdog camp. At the beginning of this race, Angel was signed to run preset Xfinity. That has been changed. Angel will be piloting an Xfinity car, and he will be racing for points in the custom setup series.
All right, another teammate
on custom night.
Heck yeah.
I'm glad you went with heck. Good job.
That might have been a more production.
Does that mean I gotta look in the team chat now?
Huh?
No, you're still in our team. You just
No, I said, does that mean I gotta look in the team chat now?
Oh, you don't have to yet.
Oh, alright.
I mean, he stated in the team chat, but you don't have to read it at the moment. Considering how he just told you what was going on.
What do we got on this broadcast? Guys, I got about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to be backing out.
We only got about 14 laps left.
There's about 5 minutes left in the race.
Real quick, Puddin said they wish they had not fired Puddin from the booth. Just to be clear, we brought Puddin here. You said you're in the booth, and he said, I need a night off. These Keystones.
I'm feeling under the weather, guys. Hey, you leave the Keystones out of it, you little turd.
Alright, we'll leave that alone, but those Keystones weren't treating Puddin well today. He needed a day off. Something about his throat or sore, or I don't know, something.
Guys, just to put in a factor, I don't know if it's going to. Some guys pitted extremely early. I don't know if they'll have enough gas to finish.
Intrigue. There's.
I don't even know who's leading the race.
The car in first is leading.
I know it's a custom car.
The guy at first.
Custom 14. It doesn't help either.
It's probably King, name untaken.
I think it's name. Or NASCAR King.
No, NASCAR King's in the 32. He just wrecked as you mentioned his name. Good job.
Yes, he did.
Name untaken. Name's on a 17, so he wouldn't be the 14. The 37, Pro Ripper all over the place. Crash, bang, boom. There's the 32 wrecked again. 18 involved. Looks like Phoenix was involved in the 91. Big wreck out there.
14 and the 42.
The 42 Kid Coyote. I'm trying to find this stuff from 14, but it does take a minute. There was 30 plus drivers, so I gotta click this button 30 plus times.
Chubzilla is
yes, Chubb.
87.
Yeah, he's 87, not 14.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'll give you at least a rundown.
Oh, it's Boss Attack.
Boss Attack, yes.
Fresh new free agent Boss Attack Gaming.
Right now, Weedman's in 4th, Fast Camaro's in 3rd. If you guys want to go through that, it might help you guys know who the leader is.
I just have one question. Is there anybody on your friends list who constantly gives you invites to stuff you want nothing to do with whenever you show online?
All the time.
Approximately 200 people. Yes.
Yeah.
T Clay, actually, real quick on the YouTube, T Clay asked a great question. He said, "What's planned for when Giggity fills all these spots and all these series? I see a lot of interest and expect that to continue. So just wondering." So, actually, I agree 100%. So eventually, we will get to the point where all spots in these upper series are filled. When and if that happens, don't be alarmed. The development series will still be running for the new guys as they come. We will probably turn that into a development east, development west, where you get 2 races a night. So that would bring about 60 guys that could be running the development for points. That helps out a lot. But on top of that, as we've seen in the past, and all leagues go through this, a guy will come with you. He'll get upset over a race. He'll back out. He'll quit the league. He'll try to come back, but when he comes back, he's going to start back at ground zero, as that team will find somebody from the development pool at that time and sign him. Also, we're getting ready to go into the summer months. And in the summer months, you have people that race real life on the weekends. They can't make the races. They can't do this. They can't do that. The winter time is when the leagues are booming. You got a lot of people come the summertime, or come to the next 3-4 months, people start backing out. And when that happens, that's why we have the development, so we can fill those seats right back in and just keep rotating as we continue on into the next season.
I'll tell you you're right. I'll tell you guys. Leader right now
was just signed.
Yes, he was.
The leader right now is dominating. I'm in 5th right now, coming down the back stretch, and the leader's going into 1 right now as I'm going into.
Yep. Sorry to cut you off there, Grim, but yes, Boss Attack has been signed. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Taddy, but is it the one and only?
The little man.
Yes. From Get Her Done Racing. Oh, he changed my team name? Come on, that ain't cool.
I mean, in fairness, your team was Bro, Boomhauer Racing Organization. It is now.
It was Boomin', not Boomhauer, Boomin'.
It's funny, my dogs are.
It's Ben Hill. He's just trying to figure out a way to get her done around the track.
But yeah, looks like you grabbed him up there. So congratulations to Boss for getting re-signed after 1 night of free agency. I can only imagine the pressure and the struggle that would be.
Yeah, that's definitely a troublesome
But
situation.
Also asked another question, and yes, T. Clay, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. He said, any future in a chart or site to keep up with teams in free agents and such?
So yeah, real quick, T. Clay, to answer that question, I have a roster as the captain sign people and or they release people. I have a list on my phone. It's kind of like a chart. It's just a series list of who's where, and that goes from cup to dirt to development drivers as people are joining. Also why I don't let somebody just be like, hey, I'm in development, let me add 20 drivers without talking to anybody. Those people get booted. You got to talk to somebody here prior so that we know who's where. Otherwise you get lost in translation here. Nobody knows anything about you except that you're going to try to race. So yeah, I actually have the chart. We have currently, to this point in time, at this moment, we have 194 drivers for that.
We get to that 200 mark. That's gonna be awesome.
Well, I mean, awesome for some, but then trying to keep track of 200 for others is difficult.
Well, maybe we'll get some more people to step up and help you out there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, all in all, a lot of people have been helping it, and we got a great plan going into next season. Instead of just captains, we have a different program, the administration program. Those guys are each one person will be running a certain night. For example, Wednesdays, I'm going to kind of be the guy that gives and takes some penalties. And then we have, for example, on Saturdays, Mills is going to be running the Saturday Xfinity Preset Series, where he's the guy that gets to give and take some penalties. You know, he'll be the one foreseeing it. He'll be setting up the lobbies every Saturday. He'll be watching the racing. If he sees you driving dirty, he'll be penalizing you. And so we got guys doing that throughout
There's 4 to go coming to the line right now.
And a shout out right quick. I'm not sure who it is. Me and Mr. Miles had a conversation earlier, and I'm going to have the same conversation as I had with him. Everybody knows that beloved 2 car was my paint scheme for a long time in this league. I told Mr. Mills that he had to take care of that car. He did a pretty good banged-up job of it this year. And with the fact that he's going to Xfinity next year, that leaves that 2 car open to somebody in the Cup. Whoever it be, he will not tell me. It's under protocol right now. He's got to keep it a secret.
Trash it.
If you know who you are, take care of my car. That's all I got to say.
Smash it and turn it for a wall, hard as you can.
Somebody has got to take care of that 2 car better than Boomhauer did. We all seen Teddy, like he drank those seltzer-waters. I'm sorry, I forgot you were in here. My apologies.
So I have to remind you,
this 14 doing a great job on track. It looks like he's going to lap the 18 of Sly Cooper. Good job here. Nice looking car too by Boss Attack and a Get Her Done Toyota Camry here.
No, definitely.
Remind you, you did such a poor job in that 12 car. You gave it to RKM.
Yeah, well, you know, when I'm done with some drivers race it. Also, might have been why RKM struggled so much this season.
You beat it up too bad.
In fairness, I beat a lot of cars up last season, as I was the only driver to race for every team.
Toyota, Ford, and Chevy, yes.
Yeah. As it's coming down to the end, you know, these guys, some of these drivers, that struggled at the beginning have actually impressed me on how much they've been able to correct their car and make some adjustments. You know, Dirt Dog, Paw Bear. I'm looking at Phoenix. He was struggling earlier on in the race. Now he seems to be holding a pretty good line. He's been in a lot of crashes. I think a lot of that wasn't his doing. So these guys are definitely people to be watching. Not necessarily tonight, you know, as this race has not come to an end. Of course, Dirt Dog, I mentioned you. You got to go flying down against that wall. But as these next few weeks get into it, definitely these guys are the ones that are they're going to be needing
It's over, guys.
to make these adjustments. Dirt Dog.
Can you give me a finishing order when you're done?
Yes, I'm coming in out of 3 right now.
He made some adjustments, and when he did, the car got better. He got faster. I think just a few more adjustments, you know, maybe talking to a few guys. That's what we're here for inevitably. If somebody shows interest, they're going to reach out. They're going to start helping you out the best they can.
Boys, Boss Attack with the win.
Congratulations.
Good job, then we got Kid Coyote, Bass Camara, Weedman, me in 5th. Give me 1 minute here. It's going through this. Get the official result here, guys. Sorry. Then Name Untaken in 6th, Owens in 7th, Quentin in 8th, Dr. Robbie, Robbie Bobby in 9th, Huff in 10th, Steeler 11th, NASCAR King 12th, Vin in 13th, Chubzilla 14th, Venom 15th, Just Ken in 16th, Uncle Sticky in 17th, Claire in 18th,
Uncle Sticky,
Gravelin 19th, and I think Dirt was 20th.
But a quick congratulations to all the drivers that got signed tonight. You know, I mean, obviously y'all were putting in something that everybody liked. You know, your captain's seen. So congratulations.
Here, wise.
Welcome
Kid Coyote
to
had the fastest lap.
Welcome to Giggity Racing League above the developmental.
Definitely a good sign, showing for a lot of these drivers, man. It's nice to see a lot of you guys get picked up in this last development race before we head into the free agency we're about to have here. Kind of nervous.
Yeah, there's a lot of good talent in that race.
Yeah, there was. Well, I mean, these guys showed it last week, man. I mean, we had 28 cars in that first development race, and every driver that left that race was talking about it throughout every race that they do throughout the week. There was all sorts of talks, man. I'd jump in a lobby here, and I'd be talking to them. They'd be like, oh, yeah, man, did you see that development race on Thursday? Did you see how many cars they had battling 6 wide, 5 wide?
Friday, but, you know.
Or Friday, yep, you're right. Sorry about that. Actually, no, I raced it. Yeah, I'm all screwed up. But anyways.
Oh, wow. I forgot to back out. Apparently somebody else did too, because we're now going to Indianapolis for the Bid Vodka Machine 400 at the Brickyard presented by Florida Georgia Line.
Heck yeah.
No, I really didn't plan on running tonight. But again, also I want to give a shout out, congratulations, one to you, Arch, for being getting picked up by Underdog. Also, Name Untaken getting signed by Underdog. You know, welcome aboard. Glad to have y'all teammates.
I appreciate it, man.
Had to throw an extra congratulations in there for y'all. It's only fair. Apologies to everybody else.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Your best friend just wrecked me.
Did he?
Yeah. Accidental, of course. I think everybody backed out. I think I'm the only one that's still in this race.
Well, best friends got a habit of that, and that's why we're best friends.
Yeah.
That's why we're best friends.
Get out of here. Thank you guys.
Good luck in your race tonight, Taddy, for guitar.
Hey, definitely good luck tonight, Taddy.
I'm going to be the one on the track, but the guy getting all the points for it is guitar, so I'm just hoping to have a good showing for him.
Well, good luck for you for guitar. How's that sound?
I'm sure he's thinking the same thing right about now.
Yeah, please don't wreck my car. But you said it yourself. You wrecked a lot of cars last season, so I'm not sure if that gives him confidence or what.
Hey, Boom, are you a captain?
Not anymore. No, I am not. Last season, I'm not sure if anybody don't know, we changed all the policies last year. See, last year we only had 3 teams, Ford, Chevy, and Toyota. I was appointed captain of the Ford team because the 2 prior captains actually had other stuff going on. One of them, I'm not completely sure the circumstances, but another one was going for jobs and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, he was trying to become a police officer. So it was very important for him. So he had to resign as captain as it was taking up too much time. So I took over, and at the start of this season, that's when we appointed a couple more people as captains, and I had some personal stuff going on, so I had to resign as well and gave my team to Warson and Little Man, now to be called the Get Her Done Racing Team. Shout out to Little Man. But no, I am currently not a captain anymore. But it takes a lot of work. It really does. Shout out to all the captains out there. Taddy, RJ, Noko, Robbie, Trey, Edtho, Little Man. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of headache. It's almost 24/7 nonstop. You've got to have a lot of patience to do it. And that's one thing I don't have.
And a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
Especially as big as we've gotten and grown.
Yes. Oh, good Lord. I couldn't imagine trying to be the captain right now.
I'll tell you right now, boys, that was a fun race. But I'm wore out. I'm gonna have to head out of here. Dude, that was rough. That was rough. Dude, that's one thing that's amazing though. Even though these are developmental guys that aren't on the main rosters, they can put on one tough race, and I love it.
We've definitely put on a lot of good racing here in Developmental Week. Races over the course of the last couple of weeks, man. We've got quite a few guys signed. We've been starting to really fill these teams as we head ourselves into this off season, and I look forward to racing with a lot of these guys on the track.
Absolutely.
Seeing what they can do in a full time ride, man. Not just as one up and one downs, and see what it's like. They got caution stages, and I mean, you actually got a lot more drivers around you, so you got to worry about strategies, and you got to worry about upsetting drivers for the next week, and so it'll be good. It'll be great, as this league always is. And
one more thing, as Teddy was talking about, this is not the deadline.
No.
Just because you didn't get signed tonight doesn't mean you won't get signed. I mean, tomorrow night and Sunday night are the last 4 races of this season, and we've got a full 2 weeks after Sunday, starting Monday night, before our next season starts. So by all means, y'all, if you think you've got a chance, if you want a shot at joining with us, running with us, getting drafted, picked by somebody, let us know. K-Taddy, RJM, NoCo, Mills, Trey, Little Man, Robbie, any of the captains, any of the admins, or just anybody that you know that runs in Giggity, just as a driver, or another developmental driver. If one of your friends is a developmental driver right now and, hey, I want a shot at that, tell them to let us know. We'll definitely get you a spot in our races over the next couple of weeks to see what you've got, and you can definitely get signed. Don't give up just because you didn't, if you feel like you didn't get enough, screen time tonight, we apologize. As we said, we had 32 drivers in there tonight. It's a lot of people to keep up with, so... But if you feel like you have a chance, you want to prove, your worth, let us know. We'll definitely get you in here. Don't hang your head down. Keep that chin tucked up, that chest stuck out, and that gut tucked in. We'll get you in here, man.
First time.
By the way, Boom, I don't know if he was actually picked up Mission. I might not have heard it. Little Man said he wanted to pick up Weedman.
Oh, I did not hear that. Did you hear that, Arch?
What? No, I'm sorry. I was doing something. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a chat. He says, I'm going to grab Weedman also, fellas. That was
all right. Well, congratulations to him for being a part of Get Her Done Racing. Wish you success there. So that's about, 10 drivers that got picked up tonight?
Might have to change his name.
I'll tell you though, I raced around Weedman a little bit tonight. I mean, whatever I can get up to him, I was again very fast guys in the Cup. I mean, they've been fast in the Xfinity, they've been fast in the trucks and in the Cup Series. And I was trying my best tonight. Maybe even getting signed next season for Smitty, but for the Truck Series. But again, I'm actually excited to see these guys next season. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're not gonna bring up no interviews tonight. It's been a long night as it is. We've got try and get through this last couple races. We got championship week finishing off this weekend. And we've got Saturday Xfinity, Sunday Cup, and then we're off for 2 weeks. So we want you guys to come back. Make sure you're here for the next 2 events that we have. We're racing where Saturday?
Saturday, tomorrow night will be the same tracks. Yes, it will be
Ooh,
Bristol
yeah,
and
that's
Talladega.
right.
We've got Jake, Pendle, Bad For You, and Jackson Strong. Close final 4. Remember, one driver will get eliminated after the first race at Bristol. And then the last 3 will be left alive to battle it out at Talladega. But as we've seen last night, anybody can win that race. So there's somebody, especially at Talladega being a heavy draft track, somebody can swoop in and steal a win without being in the playoffs. Will it be the night that it happens? We don't know, but you'll have to tune in to find out.
They could not just steal a win, they could steal a championship.
Yes.
By the way, before I roll out of here, Arch, congratulations getting on Team Underdog. I wish you the best of luck next season.
Appreciate it, bud.
Alright, man. I'm gonna roll out of here, guys. Let you guys wrap this up. I'm gonna head out of here. Appreciate you guys letting me the in-race reporter here tonight. I will catch you guys next season.
All right, Bubba.
You too.
Alright, man. Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard him here. You heard how it is. Tomorrow night, playoffs, 4 drivers, 2 tracks, 1 champion. I don't know how you can sum it up any better than that.
I know. Nobody goes home happy. Not everybody will. One person will, but you're going to have the others who are going to go home unhappy. Who's it going to be? You'll have to find out with us tomorrow night. Shout out to Arch and Brian and Woodruff and Taddy, Graham, everybody who's joined up here tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and send off with my new traditional way, as in bye.
Bye.
Bye.